Hey, welcome, welcome. It's LaShanda Henry here, aka Sister Sense, with a late night live so I can check in with my fellow entrepreneurs out there looking to get clear about how you can work on your money marketing and sales goals with fire strategy and intention. So first and foremost, whether you're watching me live or via the replay, make sure that you turn on notifications and alerts so you can get those messages when I jump on here and share some good with you, number one. Number two, feel free to share this with somebody in your circle who needs to hear this. You can tag them here or click those buttons to share. And of course, make sure that if you're watching me on the replay side, you drop into the comment box, #replays rock. Hey, Anissa, welcome back, my dear. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about today. Ready for revenue strategies. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a ready for revenue quick quiz, 10-point quiz, so that together we can make sure you're doing everything and more that you need to do when it comes to bringing in revenue into your online business. So let's kick off this conversation with some GRO. You know, that's one of my favorite Sister Sense acronyms. For me, when I say GRO, I mean you want to grow. You want to get rich online, and get rich not just monetarily, but have a rich life, a life that is full of you living in your purpose, working with the people that you wish to serve, having the freedom and flexibility to do what you want, when you want, for who you want, with who you want. That's what being rich is all about. So GRO for me is all about that grow, getting rich online. And of course, if you want to grow, make sure that you drop into the comment box for me, GRO, okay? GRO. Now, what we're going to do is slightly switch up the R from rich to revenue, because today inside of my Sister Sense Circle, I hosted a live web class on how to set up for sales success, how to set yourself up for success and work on your daily sales goals over the course of the week. Hello, Pink Leaf Consulting, welcome. So in that conversation, like I said, I had a live webinar today. It was about 3 hours, and I talked about some smart things you can do to set yourself up for success. By the way, if you are needing help with your sales and you missed that live, you can get instant access to the replays. It's online right now over at sistersense.com/SUFS. Somebody drop that into the comment box for me. SUFS stands for Set Up for Sales. You missed the opportunity to get some extra good. I gave away my Supercharge Your Sales kit for free to everybody who registered and participated with me live today. You missed that, but you can still get half off of the current reduced rate. Went up a little bit. It's a little more than it was before, but you can still get half off of that good for the next couple of days over at sistersense.com/SUFS, which again stands for Set Up for Sales. So I talked about some really great things. I shared 7 super sales strategies, number one. And number two, I shared super sales R factor strategies. R factor, for me, there are different R words that I absolutely love when it comes to revenue. Okay. And I'm going to share a couple of those with you inside of this Ready for Revenue 10-point quiz. So y'all ready? You got your pen, you got your paper, you ready to do this? All right, let's do this. So here's what I want you to do. Get that paper, get that pad, lean in and listen up, okay? So here's how this quiz starts. You've got 10 points at the beginning of this quiz, okay? And I'm gonna ask you 10-point questions. For every question, right? If you good, great, you keep your point. If you not, you subtract the point. So you don't want to get to the end of the quiz and have 0 points. Okay? Because if you got 0 points, you got a problem. You are not ready for revenue. So what I want you to do is I want you to work through this quiz with me right now, right? And make sure you guys let me know how many points you have by the end, okay? Hey, Jennifer, welcome. Okay, so remember, you can tag somebody who needs to hear this. Feel free to share this. Let's dig into the Ready for Revenue quiz. Okay, so inside of the webinar that I did today, like I said, I shared different R concepts, different R conversations when it comes to super sales and the R factor. Okay, so the first one here is your revenue goals. Have you set your revenue goals for the week? Do you set revenue goals every week as far as how much money you want to make, what you're going to sell to make that money, what offers you're going to sell specifically? Are you setting your daily and weekly revenue goals? Hey, Resume Workshop, welcome back, my dear. Now, if you, because we're starting this quiz, you got 10 points here. If you set very specific, very clear revenue goals for the week, and hopefully you set them for your day for every single week. If you set very specific revenue goals, keep your point. If you don't, take away a point. So that means you're starting off with 10 points, and I'm going to give you 10 areas for you to think about when it comes to making sure that you're ready for revenue, okay? Number one, are you setting daily, weekly revenue goals, specific goals about how much money you want to make and what you're going to sell every week to reach those goals, okay? Because some of you say you ain't selling, but you're not strategically selling every week. You're not setting goals and proactively taking action steps to reach those goals every week. Okay, the first thing you got to think about is, are your revenue goals? That's number one. Okay, so if you're doing what you need to do, give yourself a point. Keep that point, rather, because you're starting off with 10 points, right? If you're doing what you need to do, keep your point. If you're not doing what you need to do and you're not setting daily and weekly revenue goals every month, subtract the point. So, by the way, for those of you who are doing this right now, let me know if you are doing that. Are you doing your revenue goals every week? Yay? Resume Workshop raised her hand. She said, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Good. If you're not doing it, you should be doing it. Okay. You want to be ready for revenue. You got to strategically and intentionally work on your revenue goals every single week. Okay. That's number one. Number two, the rule of 7. The rule of 7, if you know sales and you know marketing, the rule of 7 simply says that you have to essentially be proactive when it comes to sales, because most people have to see your marketing message at least 7 times before they take action. Okay? People got to see your stuff at least 7 times before they take action. That is the rule of 7. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about one offer that you currently want to sell. Do you have 7 ways to sell that offer? If you got at least 7 ways to sell that offer, keep your point. If not, subtract the point. So you either got 8 or you got 9 or you got 10 at this point, okay? So the first question of the quiz is, are you setting your daily and weekly revenue goals? If yes, keep your point. If not, subtract. Second question was, when it comes to the rule of 7, do you have at least 7 ways to sell this offer, at least one offer that you're focused on right now? If not, you got to subtract that point. See, you got to diversify the conversations and the ways that you strategically sell your products. You can't sell your product the same way all the time. They say insanity is doing the same thing all the time and expecting different results. You got to switch it up. You got different people in your circle. You got different platforms that you can share on. You've got different marketing strategies that you can use. People have different ways that they consume information. Some people are visual people. Some people love the text. Some people are physical people. They need to see you in person. Some people don't like the internet. They need to talk to you on the phone, right? How many ways do you have to share and promote that offer? That's us thinking about the rule of 7. Number 1, by the way, I share so many amazing strategies and solutions with you inside of the Set Yourself Up for Success sales webinar that I did today. So if you missed it, the replays are online. You can grab them right now, half off before it goes up, because it's a little bit more than it was before, but you want to get it now before it goes up completely. Okay. And you can get that over at sistersense.com/SUFS, which again stands for Set Up for Sales. All right. So number three question here as part of this Ready for Revenue 10-point quiz. Okay. When it comes to the rule of 7, right? When it comes to the rule of 7, the last offer that you sold, either the last offer you sold, think about that, right? Or the offer that you're about to sell, think about that. Do you have at least a 7-day sequence to promote that offer? A lot of people, they say they're ready for revenue, but they ain't ready. They promote that thing one time and then it's a one and done conversation. They do not consistently promote. And when it comes to the rule of 7, people are bombarded with information every day, okay? You're a consumer, right? You're not just an entrepreneur, you're a consumer. So think like your customers. They're bombarded with stuff all the time, which means that just because you put something out there don't mean that they're going to buy it today. They got to see it and they got to hear you say it at least 7 times. So either when you think about your last offer that you did you promote it for at least 7 days? Most people need to promote their stuff for several weeks or even several months. Let's just be clear, up and beyond a year. But are you giving it at least 7 days? Some of y'all give it 7 minutes and then you're done, right? You're done. You can't do that. So if you are consistently promoting and you are strategically using at least 7-day sequences, that's 7 repetitions, making sure that you can try at least 7 times to get people to see your stuff, to touch your stuff, to click on your stuff, to put that stuff in their carts, give yourself a point. If not, take away a point. All right? So that's us continuing the conversation around the real rule of 7. Now, when it comes to super sales, the R factor, another thing that I talked about inside of the Set Yourself Up for Sales Success webinar that I did today, it was so much fun. It was literally like 3.5 hours. So much good that I shared. One of the things I talked about when I talked about the R factor, that was the second part of the webinar. The first part, I shared 7 super sales strategies so that every single day you could create your own personal 7-day profit playbook and have a sales strategies every single day. So I did that. That was the first part. The second part, I talked about the R factor, things that you need to do when it comes to bringing in revenue. Okay. So when it comes to the R factor, I talked about your revenue goals. I talked about the rule of 7. I actually talked about 7 different things, and I'm going to give you a few of them here. Okay. As part of this quiz. Now, in addition to revenue goals and the rule of 7, number 4 here, one of the things that I talked about is creating really simple sales funnels. It would be awesome if people saw your stuff and bought it immediately. That would be great. That would be gravy, right? But things don't always happen that way, right? We got those impulse buyers. We got those, I know what I want. I love you. I buy everything that you got. Beehive buyers. Great. But that's not everybody. Most people need you to build up and convince them to provide them with compelling reasons as to why they should buy. Most people don't know you, so they need to get on your list, and you got to wow and woo them like dating, right? You got to date your potential customers, which means that you need more sales funnels. Sales funnels are amazing because they give people essentially the opportunity to get to know you and to get to know your products, right? Are you creating at least really simple sales funnels so that over the course of several days, 3 days, 5 days, several days, you are engaging your audience using really simple sales funnels, okay? Nothing too complicated, nothing too overwhelming that you gotta, pay people thousands of dollars to put together. Are you implementing really simple sales funnels into your business? If not, take away a point. If you are, good, because you need sales funnels. It's a part of online marketing. It's a part of conversion marketing. So if you are creating simple sales funnels to wow and woo new customers and to get your old customers to come back again, yay, keep a point. If not, take away a point. So at this point, we've gone through 4. Right? We've gone through 4. Are you setting your revenue goals? Do you have at least 7 ways to promote a core offer you're trying to promote right now? When you think about either your last offer or something you're trying to sell, do you have at least a 7-day sequence so that you can make sure you've got that repetition and consistency when it comes to every single day showing up and sharing with people that offer, right? That rule of 7. Number 4, I said, are you using really simple sales funnels? Right? So that you're creating these experiences and you're building relationships, you're building up the buzz around your offer, and you're getting people excited about why they should try and or buy your products and services. Okay? If you're doing these things, great, you keep your points. If not, you're subtracting a point for everyone that you're not doing, right? Next thing, let's talk about regular sales. Regular sales. You want to make more money, you want to make steady money online, then you should have regular sales coming in. Regular sales for me means a couple of things. Number one, regular sales mean regular customers. So when you think about your business, the products and services that you sell, can you literally think of people who are what you call regulars? Remember the show Cheers? You know, you go in the bar, everybody knows your name. Cheers, the whole show, the premise are the regulars of the bar. They go in there all the time. Do you have regular customers who buy your stuff? Do you know these people by name? If you got regulars in your business, that means you're ready for revenue, the new revenue, and then the repeat customer revenue too, right? If you got your regulars, you keep that point. If not, take away a point. Because see, you cannot build a business on new customers alone. Think about all the companies that you give money to on a consistent basis. Got to pay your rent every single month. You a regular. Got to keep the lights on. Let me pay my electric bill. You a regular. Got to eat some food. Let me go to the supermarket every week. You a regular customer. You do that as a consumer, as a business owner, you need regulars too. Your revenue is not simply going to be you trying to get new customers all the time. And there are a lot of people online and I talk to them and I'm like, are you consistently selling your old stuff? Do you have a list of customers? Because the easiest person to sell to is somebody who bought your stuff before. And they say, no, they always doing something new, always selling something new. Always trying to find a new customer, always going to a new place to see new people who've never heard of them before. And they're not cultivating, I'm possibly talking to some of you, they're not cultivating relationships so that they have a beehive of people who come back and buy your stuff all the time. There's a guy out there and he talked about this whole concept of true fans, which I absolutely love. I can never remember his name, but he essentially said, look, you need true fans because real talk, if you had 1,000 people who gave you $100 this year, that would be your six figures for the year because 1,000 times 100. There you go. 6 figures. Bam. You trying to rack your brain about how you can make 6 figures this year. And I just blew your mind. Right? I love it. It's super simple. If you think about making 6 figures and you break it down into something super simple as, look, if you have true fans, regulars, loyal customers who love you and buy your stuff, if they give you $100, 1,000 people 1 year give you $100, that's a 6-figure business. People are making figures, 6 and 7 figures, hand over fist. And a lot of them have regular customers and you sitting here struggling and dismissing the fact that you got a couple, I got a couple of sales. Yeah, that was okay. I need more sales. I need new customers. Too many of y'all are dismissing the sales you got because you don't think the sales you got are enough. Or you're dismissing the sales you got because you're getting the same sales from the same people. Love your regulars. They are the foundation of your business. Don't get the funky face. If you see the same folks buying your stuff, you got to get more of those people to buy your stuff. So like I said, this is a ready for revenue quiz. Hey, Faye, welcome, welcome. This is a ready for revenue quiz, okay? So the idea is you're starting off with 10 points. And for everything that I'm telling you, if you got a point, great, yay. If you are not doing these things, you take away the points. Because if you end this list and you only have 2 points or no points or 3 points, you got a problem. By the way, I said to you, I shared today 7 amazing ways you can work on consistent sales inside of my Set Up for Sales Success training. The first part was on setting yourself up for success, and I shared 7 super strategies so that every single day this week and every week you have a sales strategy. Then I said inside of that webinar, I shared 7 super factors that you need to consider when it comes to sales. So I'm sharing some of those R factors with you in this revenue quiz. So make sure, right? Number 1, if you haven't already done so, if you haven't registered to get the live, because you missed the live, if you didn't get the live, go and watch the Set Yourself Up for Success sales webinar training. There's downloads in there. I have social media sales templates for you in there. Go over to sistersense.com/setup. Well, SUFS, which stands for Set Up for Sales. right? So you can go over there and you can watch that live, instant access, download your social media sales graphics, and work on making sure that every single day of the week, you're setting yourself up for success and you're being proactive and intentional when it comes to sales, okay? So we've gone through 5 of the points so far, right? We've gone through 5. So either you got 10 points, right? You got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 at this point anyway, okay? Let's go through the last of the 5. So the next one here is on the topic of regulars. Do you have what I like to call SBS? SBS is subscription-based solutions, okay? Do you have SBS? Subscription-based solutions, okay? This is really, really important. Now, some of you guys are thinking about sales, but only from the one-off perspective. They buy this one thing. Okay, now I need somebody else to buy, right? So you're only selling products that they buy that product, they go away. And then in order for you to consistently make money, you need more people to buy that thing. There are different types of products that you should be selling. And I talk about those different types inside of the training I did today, okay? Now, when you think about sales, right? And hold on for a second here. Okay. When you think about your sales and you want regular customers and you want consistent sales, you should be creating subscription-based offers that are going to allow you to bring in regular revenue. If you've got subscription-based offers that people are buying, not just that you got them and they sitting there, or you thinking about subscription-based, you got subscription-based offers that people are buying from you, you keep your point. If not, take away a point. Because here's something, if you're ready for revenue, you make sure that people are paying you on a regular basis, right? Whether they've invested into a program that's subscription-based, they've invested into you working with them on a regular basis, and that's subscription-based. They've invested in payment plans, and you've got to, okay, you've purchased this high price point offer. We've broken it down into payments. So every month for several months, you're paying me that subscription. You need SBS, subscription-based solutions. If you got them, good. That means you're working on being ready for revenue, not just from new customers, but from regulars, and specifically regulars who consistently pay you. Keep your point. If not, take away a point. Right now, we're doing the Ready for Revenue quiz. Hello, Doc Williams. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. It's a 10-point quiz, and essentially this is an opportunity for you to think about, are you doing these 10 things to be ready for revenue? If you are, awesome. For everything you're doing, keep your point. If you're not doing it, take away a point, okay? So we're on the final 5 right here. So if you missed the first part, just think about these last 5 points, okay? So number 6 was regulars. Do you have subscription-based services, right? If yes, yay. If yes, you've got some sort of subscription-based solution or service, wonderful. If not, take away a point. You got to work on that, because not all the money that you bring in should be money from new customers, new traffic. You have to have steady regulars, and you have to create a space for steady regulars. They're not just going to come and buy your stuff all the time because you want them to. You got to have a reason. So when you have subscription-based offers that people have invested in, think about Hulu, think about Netflix. The fact that these subscription-based programs, online streaming is so huge, they've literally put a lot of cable companies out of business, right? SBS, Netflix, Hulu, these are subscription-based services, right? Your mortgage, that's a subscription-based service. You don't pay your mortgage, you ain't gonna have a home, right? You got these are things that you pay on a regular basis. As a consumer, you got to have these things as an entrepreneur. Okay? Repurpose. That's our number 7. So when you think about, wait, I missed one. Hold on. We're not there yet. Okay, hold on. I'm not talking about repurpose yet. Let me pause for a second. Okay, we're still on regulars, okay? So number 7 is a different way for you to think about regulars, okay? So Number 7 is this. Are you checking in with your audience, your existing customers, your potential customers? Are you checking in with your audience at least 2 to 3 times a week? If yes, keep your point. If not, take away a point. You want to bring in regular money, you got to check in with your customers regularly. You got to regularly share them updates, let them know what you're working on, let them know who you're working with, let them know what they have available to them as a great deal. Funny enough, I was on Facebook yesterday and there was a young lady on my Facebook feed and she was like, come on now, you know I got to get these 99-cent Simply Lemonades. Who loves Simply Lemonade? I do. Anyway, I think most of Simply Lemonade is not from concentrate, which is so great because we drink too much super sugary stuff that's from concentrate. So that's one thing. But she was super happy because she went to Kroger's. Right now they have a half off promotion. So she got all her Simply Lemonades for 99 cents, right? She checking in with you because Kroger's checked in with her and said, look, these are the promotions we got going on this weekend. Make sure you get your good before it goes away, right? I have tons of pets in my house. I have my dog. We have a cat. We have we've got 3 leopard geckos. We have turtle. We have a frog. We have fish. We have a Savannah monitor, which is like a small alligator. We have a boa. We've got a lot of animals in my house, right? So we are really big pet shoppers. And one of the companies that I use all the time is Pet Supply Plus. So they sent me, as they always do, they sent me a coupon. I think it was for like 15% off, and it's going to expire in a couple of days. So you best believe I'm going to get my dog food and my other stuff that I need for my pets. I'm going to go right to Pet Supply Plus because they sent me a coupon. They're checking in with me all the time. Your favorite supermarkets are checking in with you all the time with flyers and coupons and deals. By the way, one of the things that I do inside of the Set Up for Sales Success webinar that I did today, the instant access to the replays. The replays are already online over at sistersense.com/set SUFS, which stands for Set Up for Sales, right? The first part of the conversation, the part that I'm talking to you about now is the refactor. The first part of the webinar was on 7 super sales strategies. The first strategy was deals, and I shared 8 different types of deals that you need to be doing. So think about how many kind of deals you can think of as far as a strategic marketer is concerned. I shared 8 different type of deals inside of the webinar. So it's over 3 hours. It's amazing. So many sales strategies that if you don't get it now while you can get it at half off, and you don't get it now while it's online, because I do strategically take things off when I create new things, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? I don't know what to tell you, boo. But when it comes to regular money, when it comes to consistent money, the multi-million-dollar businesses that you give your money to as a consumer are regularly checking in with you. So you sitting there, you got the funky face. My website ain't working. Nobody buying my stuff online. Are you checking in with your regular customers, the people that are in your, please God, tell me you got an email list, right? Are you checking in with your customers, your previous customers, your potential customers regularly, at least 2 to 3 times a week? If you are, good, you're ready for revenue. If you're not, boo, take away a point. Okay? Take away a point. So we talked about number 7, regulars once again. If you want to generate regular sales, you got to make sure that you're checking with your audience at least 2 to 3 times a week so that you're working on consistent revenue, consistent repeat sales. Okay. Very, very, very important. If you're not doing that, that's something that you've got to work on. Okay. So number 8 here is repurpose. Now I'm ready to talk to you about repurposing. Okay. So if you're ready for revenue, it again is not all about the new. It's not about all about the new customers, number 1. Number 2, it's not all about new stuff. Some of you, the only way you know how to make new money is by creating new products, new services, new packages. Great. You can make good money with new, but you can make even more too with repurposed content? Do you know how to turn your old stuff, your old digital products, your old physical products, your old services? Do you know how to turn your old stuff into new money? How many ways do you know how to repurpose your material and turn that stuff into new money? I shared, I think, either 6 or 7 ways to repurpose your stuff based on the things that I do in my business inside of the Setup for Sales webinar that I did today. And like I said, you can go get them replays before that price goes up and goes away, because the price already went up, okay? What it was when I said the live is happening, it's no longer that price, because the live is over. So the prices went up, and in the next couple of days, the price is going to go up again, and then I'm going to take it down, because these things have to come down. I can't keep everything up forever and ever, right? So if you want to get it, make sure that you go over to sistersense.com/SUFS to get those webinar replays. Plus your social media sales, 7 customizable templates, that graphic pack you get absolutely free as a bonus when you register, okay? Now, as I said before, you got to think about, do you have several ways to repurpose your content, right? Think about it. Think about books. And some of you guys are authors, and the only way you know how to make money as an author is to come out with a new book. Have you ever thought about coming out with a new edition of the old book? Think about those books that you read that everybody talks about, right? You know, Think and Grow Rich, you know, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. These are best sellers. And not only did they sell before, but they consistently sell now. They come out with new editions, right? They come out with variations of the same thing. They know how to repurpose their good, as I like to say. Are you doing that? Are you doing that? You know, I talked to one of my clients, and I said to her, okay, what's your best seller? We need to make sure that you're selling your best seller consistently. And she said, well, last year, the best seller for me was my planner. So I said, well, it's a new year. You better come out with a new version of the planner. She did that because she implements. I love my action takers and not them active talkers. I'm going to do when they ain't doing shit. You can be an active talker or an action taker. I love my 5-starter implementers. I told her to make a new version of the planner. She made a new version of the planner, and she generated new sales immediately. You got to learn how to repurpose your content. How many ways do you have to do that? If you need new ways, then you need to watch the new webinar, right, that I created for you on how to set up for sales success so that you can create a 7-day profit playbook. So you can jumpstart this week. Tomorrow's Monday, right? You want to make that Monday money, that Monday morning money, that consistent everyday money. You need more strategies when it comes to strategically selling with intention. And I want to share with you the things that I do. Listen, I've been online for almost 20 years now. I must be doing something right. There are a lot of folks that start a business today. They got to flip it and close it and know all kind of crap because they've gone tomorrow. I've been online for almost 20 years, 2 decades. I got grays in the front of my hair. It's crazy, right? I remember when I quit my job, I was pregnant. I was like, I'm about to have a baby. I want to work at home, barefoot and pregnant. That's what I want. I don't want to be on a train. I don't want to be on a bus. I don't want to be taking cabs. I don't want to do none of that. I want to be a work at home, stay at home mom. My son is going to be 13 this year. Let's be clear. Since I quit my job, because before that I was working for myself, but it was my side hustle. How many of y'all got side hustles? Side hustle sisters in the building, put SHS if you got a side hustle. Side hustle sister. I was doing that for a couple of years, working 9 to 5, and I had my hustle on the side. When I had my son, I transitioned. So I've been online for almost 20 years, and for the last 13 years, I've been working at home. I know I'm doing something right. And I want to share those sales strategies with you. So like I said, if you haven't gotten that webinar, you can definitely get it. Plus the Supercharge Your Sales Starter Kit. That's something that you need to take a look at too. Information about those 2 things you can find when you go to sistersense.com/SUFS again for startup. No. Again for, I'm getting tired, y'all. So, I start to slow down when I'm like, what? SUFS, which stands for Set Up for Sales. There you go. There you go. So number 8 on this list was repurposing. Again, I want to share some of my favorite repurposed strategies with you inside that webinar. But at the very least, if you've got your own repurposed strategies, great. You got to keep your point. Yay! But if you are struggling and you don't have smart ways to turn that old content into new products, new money, take away a point. Take away a point. That was number 8. Let's talk about number 9. Okay? Number 9. So, reach. One of the things I talk about is that as an entrepreneur, at the end of the day, your business begins within. I have this signature Sister Sense statement that says your wins begin within. That means a lot of things for me, but one of those things is within your circle. So building a business where you bring in consistent sales, your wins begin within. Your true fans and followers who consistently buy your stuff, your regulars, remember that R we talked about? That's a good foundation. But at the end of the day, you also have to work on your reach, right? Eventually, you're going to wear out your circle, which means you got to attract new customers. You do have to drive new traffic and new customers to you. So do you have at least 3 action steps that you take every single month to reach new people? If you do, what are those action steps? I would love for you to share some that you do intentionally to reach new people that work for you, and you do that every single month. You have at least 3. If you do, keep a point. If you don't, take away a point. Because remember, this is a 10-point quiz. You started with 10 points. Let's see where you get to by the end of the quiz, right? Do you strategically have smart ways that you can reach new people every month? So yes, you're working with your regulars, but you're attracting new people with that reach, right? I have a system, it's called NM. My NM system is what I use to attract new people, right? And I'm not going to talk about NM, right? This is called 3NM, but I ain't going to talk about that. But, but it is an awesome solution. So do you have some strategies on how to reach new people? Okay, so I share with most of these in the R factor, by the way, I share at least 5 to 7 solutions. And inside of the Setup for Sales Success, I share different ways that you can reach new people. What are you doing to reach new people? When I do these live web classes, they're for my regulars. But when I say to my regulars, y'all, if you like what I'm saying, tag somebody who needs to hear this, share this, and they bring in new people, that's me reaching people who've never heard of me. One of my favorite clients in the UK, she said, June Allen, shouting out my Allen, the creator of Yard of Greatness. She said to me, you know how I found you? I was watching one of your lives and I was hooked. I have never left you. I cannot wait till I go to London so I can hang out with my business besties, my clients and customers in London. I need to do a London workshop eventually. And I know that when my London girls see this, they're going to go, yes, you need to. How do I reach you? Well, one way is I consistently do every single month. I do these lives with you, right? By the way, here's an opportunity for you to get a $50 credit. So if you like my ebooks, my courses, my resources, if you like all the templates and tools that I share on Sister Sense, I'm going to gift 3 people this week $50 credits. You know how you can get one of those $50 credits, how you can enter this giveaway? There are up to 3 ways you can do this. Number 1, if you're loving this session, share it. Share it. Because you share this session, you have just entered in to get a $50 credit from yours truly. Number 2, if you tag somebody or several bodies who you feel like they're a business bestie, they interested in entrepreneurship, this would be a good thing for them. You tag them in this, you've entered into the contest. Number 3, you register for you missed the live. So if you just go up there and you sign up so you can get instant access to watch the Set Up for Sales webinar, you do that this week as I'm sharing with you this live within the next couple of days, and you will be entered. So if you do one thing, that's 1 entry. You do all 3 things, share this, tag a couple of people, and get your Set Up for Success access to watch that webinar. And you're entering my contest because I'm giving away 3 $50 credits so you can grab some good in my store. You can get a couple of things for $50. All right. So if you do want to enter into the contest, those are 3 ways you can do it. And here's the thing. When people come on my lives and they share and they tag people that they say, you should listen to Sister Sense. If they like what they see and they start to follow me, that's one way that I consistently work on reaching new people. What are 3 things that you do on a monthly basis to work on reaching new people? Are those things working for you? Do you need new strategies when it comes to reaching new people? I share 6 strategies with you as in the R Factor section of that webinar. It's like a 3.5-hour webinar. You get access to watch it at your pace, on your time. It ain't going nowhere. When you sign up, you get instant access. You can go back and watch the webinar as many times as you want to. It's 4 parts. It's one video, but it's 3.5 hours, and there are 4 parts. The first part, I talk about the 7 super sales strategies you can use. I talk about putting together your own 7-day profit playbook, sales R Factor. I show you the social media graphic templates that you can use so that every single day you've got social media content to work on your sales. It's an amazing webinar, okay? There's a lot of good in there, but you can watch it all at once or you can watch it in parts, right? But me sharing with you some things you can do to reach more people, reach new people, that I do in that webinar, okay? But it starts with you. What are the things that you do to reach new people? If you're not doing anything, take away a point. Last thing, okay? I'm going to take a drink of this water. So as I'm taking a drink of this water, number 1, let me know how many points you got at this point. There's one more. There's one more that I want to share with you today. And of course, feel free to share this out because sharing is caring. Okay. So long as I have my water and my Wi-Fi, I tell you, I am good. I am for real good. Okay. So the last thing that I am going to do is I am going to talk to you about number 10, which is rethink. Rethink your perception of what it means to be successful as an online entrepreneur. Rethink your perception of what it means to make sales online. Because too many people are in a space where they have false perceptions of the perfection that they see of everybody else. Keep in mind that everybody else is showing you all their good and greatness. They're giving you the sizzle reel. They're not showing you when they got the funky face, when they going through depression, when everybody is rejecting them, when they broke and ain't making no money. They showing you their sizzle reel. So why are you comparing the highlights of their success sizzle reel to your real life and feeling like you are not the person you need to be? If you find yourself in a place where your perception of online sales and success has you thinking that you are not the best, has you thinking that other people are better than you, has you thinking that it's okay for you to do one thing. Oh, I just need to send out one email. I just need to send out one blog post. I just need to strategically sell once a month. I just need to do enough just to say I'm doing something. You be doing that. I don't got time to be doing all this stuff, videos, live streams, social media. I just need to do enough to know that I'm doing something. You doing a little bit of something, you're going to get a little bit of something. That's just how it works. That is just how it works. So if you again are in a space where you think that sales are automatic, or you're in a space where you think that, well, oh my God, I got a website. I should be bringing in sales because I have a website. The website is a platform. People who have stores don't go, I have a store, so I should be making money. They still have to get people in the store. Just like you got to get people on your website. You just intrinsically having a product or having a store or being online doesn't mean that people are blind. They're just going to bump into your virtual space and go, oh, what's that? Take my money. It doesn't work that way. You got to create compelling offers. You got to convert people. You got to talk about your stuff. You got to share deals. You got to do all this stuff. And trust me, it doesn't have to be labor intensive. I'm getting up there. I turned 39. I got gray hairs. I'm almost 40. There are days where I do nothing. There are days where I sleep. There are days where I Netflix and chill. You know, there are days where I do one thing. I have something called the 3-hour work week. There are days where I work for 3 hours and then that's it for the day. It does not have to be labor intensive, but it has to be consistent. You have to be intentional. You have to work on it on a regular basis. So if you're in a space where you think sales is what you see other people are doing, they got these large audiences and the life is easy for them, and you're going to have smart passive income and you're going to sit on a beach and drink pina colada, think again. If Beyonce talks about sleepless nights and having to go on tour and do the red carpets and be on talk shows, and if you looking at pictures of Obama and he got holes in his shoes because he had to walk through every state and go and do talks and speeches where he was talking to 5 people and drinking bad coffee, why you think that's not going to be your life? These are people that are making a lot of money, that have a lot of exposure, and they pound the physical and the digital pavement to be where they are and have what they have. But we sit back and think that all these celebrities are living in the lap of luxury and they're doing nothing for their money, and it just comes so easy. They still got to work for it. You love the Kardashians. You love to watch them and all they hot messery. They have to live a life where their whole life is on camera. You want to live a life where your whole life is on camera? People see you in your drawers? You know, with your pretty face and your funky face? They have to live a life where they're always on. You always want to be on? Don't sometimes you want to pull off the bra, sleep in your drawers, and just be free? They don't have that luxury, but you think they living in the lap of luxury. If you are thinking these things, you got to take away a point. You got to change your perception of perfection, of success, of sales, and what it means to generate sales online. Y'all want that Staples easy button. Oh, I see people talking about this thing they can do, and they don't even do nothing. They don't do nothing and they make money. Come on now. How many of you want to do nothing and make everything? And so you doing literally, oh, I built the website. Why the website just not bringing me in people? It's not going to work that way. Why is it that I can't just send out one email, one blog post? Why I can't just do one live stream? Why I can't, there are people who go, why can't I just do Facebook ads and everybody gets me? Because not everybody is your customer. Because it's hard to convert cold sales. Because you do need warm people, regulars, right? Folks out there going, why can't I just do a webinar? They say, do a webinar. It's a webinar. And you sell. Webinars sell. But they don't always sell, and they don't sell easily. I'm gonna tell you something. Multi-million-dollar, 7-figure and 6-figure entrepreneurs that sell well at webinars, they'll tell you that they'll do that one webinar 5 times a week. They'll do that one webinar 5 times a month. They'll keep doing that same webinar, and you like, why? Why? Because they're trying to perfect it. They're trying to get more people. They understand conversion marketing. The more people, the better the conversion. The more they master that webinar and figure out when they cry and it hits your points and you go, oh my God, they're crying, I'm crying. When they laugh and you laugh. When they say go buy it and everybody runs to go buy it. They perfect that. You doing one webinar and thinking, well, how come I did one webinar, I had 5 people and nobody bought? Well, boo, there's more to it than that. You got to do more than that. You got to keep doing that until you master your craft. One of my favorite Sister Sense acronyms is MORE, right? M-O-R-E for me stands for more. Master, originality, and engagement. Y'all don't want to master nothing, man. You want to do it quick. You want to do it easy. You want to try it once and you get the funky face if nobody buys or just a few people buys or somebody tries and they don't convert. Or somebody comes to you and they tell you they don't like your stuff and you think everybody should like your stuff. So you feel funny and them telling you that they don't like what you got or you should stop doing what you're doing. And all of a sudden you stop. Think about how many millions of people don't like Beyonce, don't like Oprah, don't like Obama. How many death threats? How many people out there showing up and showing out and folks are saying, oh, your baby looks ugly. Oh my God, you had that baby? Come on now. Can you imagine if somebody told you your baby looks ugly? You putting your family out there, you putting yourself out there, that's devastating. People, they take them hits They fail fast and they keep moving, and you don't want to do none of that. You afraid of rejection. You afraid of failure. You afraid of somebody saying, why you look like that? You afraid of somebody saying, why your face like that? Why your teeth like that? Why you black like that? You know how many trolls be coming on my lives? And come on now. You got to build up that skin. You got to get some skin in the game, which means number 10 on this list is rethink your perception of online sales and success. Because if you in that mess of thinking it's easy for them and it's hard for you, of thinking all you got to do is one sale a month, one email a month, one, marketing strategy a month, thinking, oh, I just need one SEO plugin and all of a sudden my website is magically going to bring people to me. What is that cereal? Magically Delicious. Come on now, cut the mess, cut the illusion. You've got to work if you want this thing to work. So if you need to rethink your perception of sales and online success, take away your point. Because you ain't ready for revenue. There's more work you got to do. You got to roll up your sleeves, focus. You got to fight the fear and put yourself out there. You got to change this perception of how many people. I was watching this video of one of my entrepreneurial crushes, Gary V, right? And this guy is in the audience and he's like, I want smart passive income. I want to be on a beach. I'm tired of working my 9 to 5. He's working a 9 to 5 and his perception is that entrepreneurship is easy. He could be on that beach and he wants that passive income. And Gary V is like, cut the shit, dude. First of all, I'm telling you, there's very few passive income areas. That's number one. Number two, that's not how entrepreneurship works. Entrepreneurship is hard. One of my favorite quotes is entrepreneurship is spending a few years of your life doing what most people won't, so you can spend the rest of your life living how most people can't. See, the reason why most people aren't successful entrepreneurs, because right now, entrepreneurship is trending and hot. So everybody calls themselves an entrepreneur. Half of y'all are fakepreneurs. Because you ain't real entrepreneurs. You ain't got skin in the game. You ain't selling every day. You ain't failing and then coming and doing it again. You're not realizing that you got to sacrifice. You got to suck salt. You got to be up when you don't want to be up. It's 10 o'clock on a Sunday. I should be Netflixing and chilling right now, okay? I'm on here doing a live with you. There are things that you got to do. I remember watching Beyonce. Remember when she was a part of Destiny's Child? And she used to talk about when everybody else was gone, she was still in the studio because she knew who she wanted to be. Now she is not just Beyonce. She is an icon. Icon living. Y'all go listen to that. Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son, he got a song called Icon Living. That is hot fire. You want to be an icon? You got to understand that at the beginning stages, you got to do the thing that everybody else doesn't want to do. I get that Beyonce's crew is still around. We still see Kelly. We still see the rest of Destiny's Child. There's only one Beyonce, okay? Because she made those sacrifices and she did what she needed to do at the beginning of the game. Don't look at her sizzle reel and her now success and think, man, she living it up. Oh, to be like Beyonce. Be like Jay-Z. They got it easy. No, boo. No, they didn't. No, they don't. Nobody has it easy. Everybody has to do the damn work. So get out of your head, get out of your bed, and do the work. Okay? If there is nothing else that I can do to you and tell you today, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. When it comes to being an entrepreneur, you got to do the hard work. Because some of this is hard work. Some of this is you getting in a space where your confidence, you work through the depression, you work through the fear and the feelings of rejection, you work through the fatigue when you want to sleep, you still up doing the work. Even when you want to sleep, you got to do the hard work. You got to do the head work. There's a lot of stuff in your mind. You overthinking this process. This is not as hard as you thinking it is. It's easy. You sell stuff. You talk about your stuff. You keep talking about your stuff some more. It ain't as hard as you think. You want to overthink this process. You got to do that head work. You got to do the hard work, the roll up your sleeves work. Some of you just want to pay other people to do stuff for you. I remember Oprah said, listen, I know everything about my business because I want to make sure that if these people are not around me, I still can make my money. I want to make sure that these people that are working for me, they working my money the way they need to be working it. I know what's going on with everything, right? Some of you just want to be in a place where you can delegate and you can throw money around and be in control and power control people. You got to be in the business as much as you want other people to be doing the work for your business, because it is your business. It ain't gonna work if you don't work. Rihanna, work, 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 work. Come on now. She was on the Forbes list. She is one of the highest paid musicians. I'm a New Yorker, so I lived in New York. Now I live in North Carolina. My hubby used to work at Rockefeller Center, and he always talks about when the first time he saw Rihanna. Working at Rockefeller, he saw so many celebrities, Kanye West, Rihanna. She was like, so he said to me, I remember when I saw Rihanna, she had this ratted wig. I mean, this was in the beginning of her career. This was years ago, right? You know, it was looked like it wasn't on quite right. She wasn't quite making that kind of money. It was the beginning stages of her business. He was like, damn it, my camera wasn't good enough. I wanted to get a picture of her. Come on now. Come on now. He was this close. She was just a new R&B singer. He could have got that picture then, but remember when? That ain't her now, right? Her hair is dyed, fried, and laid to the slide, slayed to the side. She is making millions upon millions, right? Where she was, where he saw her at, when he saw her at Rockefeller ain't where she is now, right? Process, progress, success requires work. So look, I'm getting off my soapbox because I gotta go. I want to watch some Netflix and chill, curl up with my little Printerman, relax, enjoy the remainder of the day before the new day begins. So hopefully, number one, this Ready for Revenue session was helpful to you. Number two, hopefully you got more than 2 or 3 points, okay? Out of curiosity, no shame in the game. Feel free to share with me how many points you got. Like I said, you started this Ready for Revenue quiz with 10 points. I gave you 10 areas that you need to consider, right? And for each of these areas, I said, if you're doing this thing, great. If you're not, take off a point. I said, do you set your revenue goals every month? Yes, good. No, take off a point. The rule of 7, I said, do you have at least 7 ways to sell one product that you're focused on right now? If yes, good. If not, take off a point. Rule of 7, I said, do you sell your stuff? Do you have campaigns where you try to sell your stuff at least 7 days straight, or you do one and done and you fall off and they don't see you no more? If you good and you got campaigns that last at least 7 days, good. Point. No, take off a point. I said, are you using really simple sales funnels so that you're creating email sequence and experiences so that you can wow and woo new customers and convert and bring those old customers back into the fold? Are you using funnels? Yes, great. Keep a point. Not, take it away. Number 5, I said regulars. Do you have regular customers in your business like Cheers? Everybody knows your name, right? You got true fans, that beehive. They love your game. Do you got regulars that you know by name? Yes, great. Keep your point. No, take off the point. I said to you, regulars. Do you have customers that consistently give you money every month because you offer them SBS, subscription-based solutions? If you've got those, great. Just like you got to keep the lights on so you consistently pay your electric bill every month, you need people in your business that are consistently bringing in revenue. Do you've got subscription-based solutions and services? Yes, keep your point. No, take it away. Number 7, I said to you, when it comes to regulars, are you checking in with your consumers, your email list, your social media followers? Are you checking in with your people at least 2 to 3 times a week? Yes, keep your point. No, take it away. You got to consistently talk to your community and check in if you want them to go to your checkout page. You want folks to check out your page and put stuff in the cart and check out, but you ain't checking in. Come on now. You got to check yourself, because if checking in with your customers consistently is a challenge for you, you ain't ready for revenue. Take off that point. Okay? So I said to you, next, repurposing. When you want to make regular money, it's not just about new money from new products. You got to figure out how to turn those old products into new products. Do you know Or do you have at least a few ways to repurpose your content that are working from you, right? So you're bringing in revenue from your best sellers that you've created in the past. If you do, keep that point. If not, take it off. Got to have that regular revenue coming in from repurposed material. Then I said to you, your reach. Every single month, do you have at least 3 ways to reach new people? So you're not just focused and fixated on the people that you have in your current circle, but you always are building your tribe. If you are, great, keep your point. If not, take off a point. You got to consistently reach new people if you want your business to expand. If you want to grow a scalable business and grow over time online, you got to consistently reach new people. If you know how to do that and you're proactively doing at least 3 things a month to reach new people, good, keep that point. No, take it away. Okay? So the next thing that I said to you was rethink. And that was the last thing that was on this list. You got to rethink your perception of online sales and success. If you think it's easy, and you should be automatically making sales because you got a website or you got a product online, and how come people aren't buying? You got to fix that perception. If you think it's okay, if you think good enough of just one email, one promotion, one blog, one sales marketing thing you do every now and again is okay, and you just doing enough just to be able to say, well, I did something this month. If you think that's okay, you got to change your perception. You got to take off that point. If you think that all these other people that you see and they're so successful and you looking like, why can't that be me? Why is it them and why is it not me? You got to take off a point, because guess what? Her success is not your failure. So stop looking at people and going, they're successful, and getting depressed and having a funky face and being all up in your head. They are doing things and you're not. Don't get mad at the results you're not getting from the actions you're not taking. You're not doing the work. So why are you mad at results you're not getting? They doing the work. Don't compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. I've been doing this for 20 years. She's been doing this for 5 years. He's been doing this for 3 years. And you getting mad because you're not making that kind of money. Well, honey, you cannot compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. So rethink your perception of perfection, of profit, of sales, of success. If you got some things to rethink, if you got some rethinking to do, boo, take off that point. So 10 points. How many points do you have right now? If you at the bottom of the totem pole, don't feel bad. Don't feel mad. There's nowhere to go but up, right? You got 0, you got 1, you got 2, you got 3. Check in. Let me know. You can share that here. You can post a comment. Ain't no shame in your game. We all got to learn. We all got to grow. GRO, one of my signature Sister Sense acronyms. GRO, like I said at the beginning, for me is all about riches. GRO, get rich online. I switched the R today so I could talk to you about GRO, get revenue online. Either way, GRO, you got to grow, right? So make sure if you know you want to grow, drop in GRO into the comment box for me. But of course, make sure you understand that if you got to grow, you got to do some rethinking when it comes to your perception of how much you have to do as far as work, sales, and consistently showing up online to bring in revenue. You have the perception that because it's online, it's supposed to be easy, because so many people online are telling you they can do it in 5 minutes and they're making 7 figures in 7 days. You think that if it's easy for them, how come it ain't easy for you? You still trying to find that magic bullet fast solution, when the reality is the real solution is to roll up your sleeves, do the hard work, do the heart work, and the head work too. Let me say that again for you. The real solution, not the feel good. Ooh, I'm going to do the easy stuff. Ooh, I'm going to look cute online. Ooh, I'm going to be Insta famous. Not the feel good. The real good is when you live in your purpose and you are rich because you're bringing in consistent revenue. You are rich because you have the freedom and flexibility to do what you want to do with who you want to do it with. In order for you to do that, you have to understand that you have to be consistent. You got to show up. You got to do the heart work. You got to do the head work, and you got to do the hard work too, to roll up your sleeves and do what you need to do to be successful in your online business and successful at sales. So that's it. I am done, hun. This is the end of the Ready for Revenue quiz. Hopefully you find it to be helpful to you. Please let me know. Drop some hearts. Share, share, share. Let me know if any of this resonated with you, what you're going to do right now, because I have powered up your world. Your fire used to fizzle. Now you are all fired up and ready to go. What are you excited about doing next? Feel free to share that here. Of course, on this page, facebook.com/SistaSense, there's a review section. So please, if you follow me, if you binge my videos, if you take my e-courses, if you read my ebooks, please leave me a review. That fires up my fire. So I'm motivated to consistently sharing with you. Too many of y'all are lurkers. You quietly watching. You don't want nobody to know that you watching my show. Come on now. I know, because when I know you're watching and you're learning and you're loving it, that motivates me to come on here and share more. If y'all are quiet, I'm just going to be like, okay, they don't want it. They don't need it. I'll go back to sleep. I'll go watch Netflix. So please go on to facebook.com/SistaSense and post a review. Remember to turn on those alerts and notifications too, so that you can know when I am doing these live sessions, and make sure that you remember to go. Somebody drop this link into the comment box for me. Make sure you guys remember to go to sistasense.com/SUFS, which again stands for Set Up for Sales. Because today I had the amazing pleasure of working with some of you live inside of my Set Up for Sales Success webinar. I taught some amazing things so I could show you how to, for every single day, to create your own 7-day profit playbook, and make sure every single day you got at least one action step that you can take to strategically show up and shine online so you selling. Because like I said, some of y'all, you got the funky face, you ain't making no money, you got slow sales, you got low sales, you got no sales. And I'm telling you, like I told them, you ain't selling because you ain't selling. You ain't proactively getting online and selling so you can show up and shine, okay? You want folks to check out your stuff? You want folks to put stuff in that checkout cart? Well, you better check in with some people more proactively, consistently online, and do what you need to do to, again, show up and shine. Okay, so make sure that you go over to sistasense.com/SUFS to get that Set Up for Sales webinars, plus to get access to the social media sales templates, customizable templates, because some of y'all ain't on social media as much as you need to be. And some of you are on social media, but you're not strategically selling your products. And I want to give you some customizable graphics that are going to help you create visual content, because as they say, pictures are worth 1,000 words. And I want you to start creating more sales orientated, money conversion marketing focused graphics to sell your content. Okay, so you're going to get those customizable templates absolutely free as a bonus. And let me tell you, like I said, the original rate of the Set Up for Sales Success, the reduced rate, that's gone. The original rate is gone. It's gone up a little much. It's not gone up to the official rate yet, but it's gone up. Okay, because opportunities expire. You can still get it at half off, but you ain't getting it at half off at what it was a few hours ago, because the live is done. Okay, but you can still get it at a reduced rate at half off for the next couple of days before it goes up and then it goes away. Okay, because opportunities expire. So go over to sistasense.com/SUFS to get it at half off. Get it at the new rate of reduction before it goes to the regular rate, and then it goes up and goes away. Okay, so that's it for today, my dears. Till next time, take care. Mwah.